Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I'm very excited because I'll be checking out a new track from the band Moodring. I did a reaction for Disintegrate when that came out, and I really enjoyed it as I listened to it the first time, but that's one of those tracks that the more time I've spent with it, the more I've had it on repeat, I have just been growing, it's been growing on me more and more, so I've been loving that track. But my favorite Moodring song is still the title track from their release, Show Me the Real You. Something in that track is just top tier. But their full discography, it's not a really big discography right now as they're newer, but it is top tier. It's excellent. So make sure you check that out if you haven't yet. The track I'll be checking out today is called Constrict. I will link the video I'll be reacting to in the description, as well as all of Moodring's social media, all of that good stuff. A shout out to the band for sending this over to me in time to make a video and get it all ready for release. I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it. Wow. Moodring, Constrict. Let's discuss. Even though I know that they go heavier, for some reason I was expecting something different than this and was surprised by it. I think because of how much I've been listening to Disintegrate, I really had like that sound kind of in my head. So going into it, I was very pleasantly surprised. I think for me, I will immediately be checking when this drops to see on streaming services to see if it's released with Disintegrate, because when you look at those two tracks together, it's a really nice example of the diversity in their sound. And when I was listening through Show Me the Real You for the first time, I was hearing those heavier parts, and then kind of, you know, the lighter parts, or the more, you know, Disintegrate type of sound, and kind of imagining a full-length release from them will be a really interesting thing, I believe, because, you know, if you take these two singles, first of all, the balance like between those two as separate songs, but also with a full-length release like that, probably the blending of those two sounds, I'd be really interested to see, you know, what they do there with this track, you know, because with Disintegrate, that chorus is something like I cannot get enough of that chorus. And the hooks on it just get me every time. It's immediately stuck in my head. But with this, it's also stuck in my head immediately, but with a completely different approach. Like what made it stand out to me, you know, the sound on those vocals. I love that sound, the switch off between them. Really just going into this track overall, it manages to capture kind of, or like at least nod towards what I really love about and like cannot get enough about with Disintegrate. Like even in leading up to the breakdown, I did want to talk a little bit about that because I thought that was interesting as well. But vocally, as you're like starting out the little lead up to the breakdown there, the vocals on that first part are just outstanding. So and the fact that they're thrown in really in like a small little section as well. I've heard that a number of times with Moodring, where there'll be clean vocals that sound a bit different from the rest of the song, and I'm just like, oh wow, I love that. So it's exciting to know that there are so many different like sounds that we're getting vocally from them, and where that might go in the future with their songs. But in that lead up to the breakdown, what I really liked about it as well is that, so I was a little bit distracted by those vocals I'm talking about because of how much I enjoyed them, and I felt like it was just going to be like a bit of a build-up, and then it just kind of snuck the breakdown right in there. It wasn't like a big long lead up to it or anything. It was very short, and then it was just happening. So I really liked that. The guitar, the string work overall, the bass sounds incredible on this track. This is another track. What did I listen to today? I think Inertia is another band I listened to today where the bass was just sounding so good. The mix on this, it's a mixture of that and just the bass sounding the way that it absolutely should. So for me, I cannot pick between this track and Disintegrate, I don't think, especially with how much I've been listening to that track. Also, I'm glad it wrapped back around to that chorus, because like I was mentioning, that's a really grabbing chorus. It's different, a bit of a different approach. Like I found myself being drawn to it for different reasons than, you know, the other choruses from this band that I've really enjoyed. So the variety in their sound I'm really liking. I know a lot of people mention the influences that they hear from this band, which obviously I can hear them, but I just don't, I like what they're taking and making it their own, and kind of like doing these weird little things like with that chorus, maybe not weird, but just, I don't know, I just love it. So for me, this has been a big band on my radar. I'm hoping they'll announce some sort of a release or something, and I will for sure do a stream whenever that happens, because I didn't with going into Show Me the Real You and finding that and kind of digging into it, and I sort of regretted it, because I feel like this band is one of those that have a really unique and fresh sound, kind of like how I feel about Static Dress and Loathe. I don't know why, but so we'll definitely do that. Anyway, I'll link all their social media as well as the video I reacted to in the description of this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Other than that, you can also find my link tree in the description, which will have the invite for the Discord server that I talk about in every single video. It is full of a bunch of my favorite people. We've got a lot of music-related conversation, Last FM stats, you know, new music conversation, stuff like that. Sometimes listen to albums together, those sort of things. And then we have a lot of conversation completely unrelated to music as well. So if you're interested in coming to join and check out the community, that will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. On Instagram, I do keep it all music related, whether it be on my story about new YouTube videos or shows, since they're back, videos or pictures. If I have anything from a show I've been to recently, I'll post that. I post a lot of merch, usually once or twice a week. I have a never-ending merch collection, sweatshirts, vinyl, pants, socks, hats, everything, just never-ending merch. So I post a lot of that. You get the idea, a lot of music stuff. So if that interests you at all, like I said, that will be in the link tree, but my handle on there is the same as my YouTube channel. It is Rachel Reacts. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.